I'm Sue Fulmore, and I've been coming to Stony Plain Alliance Church for about 24 years. And I'm married to Gary, and we have 2 adult children, so we're empty nesters. I have quite a few hobbies that I like to do, crafty kind of things, and quilting is one of them. In the past 5 years or so, I've been learning about the worldwide problem of human trafficking. Justice is one of my passions, I guess you'd call it, fighting for justice, and this problem really impacted me. The injustice done to innocent victims, and what could be done about that, and when we could partner with Radinac that are actually doing something with these girls that have been trafficked. I wanted to get involved, so this began a process of doing fundraising events, awareness events. We just planned a beautiful evening for women only, and lots of people supported it, and we were able to give money to Radinac and to Place of Rescue, and in all we raised $15,000, which was amazing. We got to walk through some of the neighborhoods that were the most depraved in the world. Young children had been tricked and bought and were sold every night. So walking through that neighborhood, I expected to feel so much despair and darkness, and instead I felt hope. It was obvious to me that the reason I felt that hope was because God was there, and He was moving and He was working, and He was there because those people had chosen to work in that area to fight this problem. That was life-changing for me. As I was thinking about the next team that would go to Cambodia, I prayed and asked God what He could have me do in my state of being weary. And it was a couple of weeks later, I had a dream, and I can only say that the dream came from God because it was so specific, so exact. I dreamed of a quilt and exactly how it would be put together, the colors, everything about it. So I believe that was God's way of telling me that, yeah, you can be involved, you can still do something. And He gave me the vision to do it. It sounds kind of, out there. And this is unexpected for me. It's not from my background. I'm not used to seeing dreams and visions and those kinds of things. So for me, it was obvious that this was God speaking, and encouraging too that God can speak to me in a new way. And now I'll just be careful to listen in newer ways. So the quilt is a landscape depicting a sunrise. The idea behind it is that I would like everybody that sees it to be inspired to hope. So the upper section of the quilt depicts the evil and darkness that is human trafficking. And it's pieced with a variety of black fabrics, and using a technique called poverty piecing. The girls that are often trafficked, it's the poverty that allows them to be exploited, and so I thought that was a beautiful tie-in. So the pieces are random and appear fractured, which reflects the lives, the dreams, the futures that have been broken because of this crime. I've also added some threads of gold just to indicate that no matter how deep the darkness, that there is always some light in those spaces. So then the quilt into the middle section, it's the light breaking through the darkness, the sunrise. The bottom section of the quilt is made of one piece of fabric, and to me that signifies that the lives that have been broken can be whole again. And in that section, I've also quilted words: hope, freedom, justice, peace, and healing. And we know that God can do that. God can bring healing and hope and justice for those that can't speak for themselves. And I've also put a bird in the bottom corner. To me, that represents the autonomy and the freedom that comes when God can heal a life that's been a victim. My hope is that those young women and men that have been rescued from the horrors of human trafficking, and as well anybody that has experienced any abuse, that would see this quilt would be inspired to allow hope to be rekindled in their hearts, that it would inspire each one to take one more step towards healing, to hold on for one more day, and to dare to hope for a better and brighter future. In the words of Anne Voskamp, this is what the quilt is saying: There is a light in every single darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. The darkness can never smother it. The darkness can never, ever, no matter what, suffocate the coming of an emancipating light. So when I had this dream and I felt God asking me to make this, He had already prepared me for this. He had given me the talents and skills to do it. And I think He does that all the time with us. He'll ask us to do something, and we may say, oh no, I can't do that. But He's already gifted us. He knows us, and He knows what our gifts are and what it'll take for us to take that next step of faith with Him. So if He asks, just do it.